Welcome to the Mixtape Lounge. Carey Stinson, Josh Martin. Josh Martin, what is up, down, and all around, my friend?
What is up? My man, Carey Stinson. How are you, sir?
I am so good. How are you?
Dude, just got done mowing the yard. Try to get it done early before it gets too hot. Had a little cold front come in, thankfully. That's nice.
Well, and some
But
rain, and we had rain.
and we listen. We had a soccer game on Sunday, and we got through the halftime. They said, we're in a lightning delay. And I went, huh? Yeah, everybody has to go sit in their cars for 30 minutes, and then if we're clear lightning, and we're right back to it. And listen, if it was 29 minutes, it was 29 minutes and 59 seconds when it went. And then I want you to know we sat for another 30 minutes waiting when they finally called the game. I mean, how long has it been? It's been like 60 days or something like that. I could be exaggerating.
No,
it's been multiple days, right?
It was,
I mean, I know it's been multiple days. It's like at least 30. I know it's been at least 30.
Absolutely. And the funny thing here, and we're here in Texas, what's happening is when it rains, everyone runs outside. They don't run inside to not get wet. They run outside to get soaked.
Look, it really is rain, y'all.
I forgot what it felt like when it hit my skin.
Oh,
totally. And Josh, I'm still kind of I don't know what the feeling is to describe after us talking to Barry Pearl last week.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a hangover. No,
yes.
A little bit of still riding that high as well. It was a great time. Good time to spend with him again. The three of us at the same time is awesome.
Oh, it was so much fun. And to tease a little bit, we're going to have another of our friends here very soon from Bernie's Big Surprise. So our big tour that we did, we've got someone who's actually never been on a podcast with me or you ever. So this is someone that knows the two of us very well and is going to have some awesome stories to tell and just an interesting cat.
My goodness.
So this is going to be so much fun. Probably by the end of the month, we've got a recording date set up, but this is going to be so much fun. And there's going to be a lot of more cool guests coming, but we got another one coming up in a couple of weeks. It's going to be awesome.
I think you just wrote a tagline for us going forward. We got a lot of more guests. We got a lot of more.
We got a lot of more guests. So Josh,
oh man, say again.
No, I was going to say, what do? You had the weekend off. You weren't traveling this weekend.
Oh, Carey, when'd you get into comedy? I had the weekend off. No, I did not have the weekend
off. The weekend off from Comic-Con, from the traveling. Okay, how about that?
No, I'm joking with you. I'm teasing. Yes, I played dad this weekend. Love it. We did a little soccer and boy, what else did we do? We did some footballing. We did a little. The girls. I've got 3 girls.
Yeah,
and a wife. My wife's crafty. If I think you might be aware of that, but yeah, she also in the past, I guess 2 years. This will be the 3rd year now. She has made the corsage. For homecoming, right? She went to the supply place and got the mom and got the streamers and the ribbons and the thing and the stuff.
Once again, we're in Texas. Well, this is a big deal in Texas.
Oh my gosh, and it's gotten
big deal.
It's gotten bigger and bigger. It's just gotten bigger and bigger. It used to just be old regular mom and corsage and go to the dance and be done with it, but
no,
as you do in Texas, you do it bigger and better every year. And so that not only is that happening, but a word got out that Shannon, my wife, does this.
Uh-oh.
And so friends told moms, and Next thing you know, we had a mum party at the house this weekend. Yeah, so that was fun. And then Sunday, to
People were
be honest,
there.
boy, I think there were just two
Okay.
friends and two parents. But I think, to be honest, only two parents actually showed up, and friends connected later on. It was mostly a mom party for the parents to make the moms, you know.
Oh yeah, I know. I told you the whole thing with the parking lots that we had to paint
Oh yes,
for
sir.
my
Listen.
son's senior year, and um, we would all look around at each other because there wasn't many kids there, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of parents there.
Uh-huh. See, I wish you would have gotten some video on this. Did you get a video on this?
I
On the
didn't.
process? Oh, because I just want to it as Bob Ross.
Yes,
We're just gonna put a happy little sunshade over here because it's real hot. Uh,
he talked his sister into doing it. She was there at least 4 nights painting. My wife and I, we did the scraping. He did some scraping, but we were out there doing a lot of the scraping, and then the sister did the painting. So it it was a
well,
group
the
project.
painting is beautiful. The painting is really, really good. That'd be the part that I'd narrate. And yeah, but I can't
He
believe
did
this
take my
heat.
camera. He did take my camera to take one of the pictures. He did do that. I took the first picture, and then he said, "I want your camera," and he climbed up on the hood of my car, and I do have pictures of that. I should post those, the
Too
behind the
funny.
scenes.
Yeah, you should. Yes, BTS.
Yes, that was quite amusing. Quite amusing. We had our first football game too, so that was my first football game. Shooting as the photographer, so
Well done.
that was
Yeah,
a
how was
that
that?
was a yeah. It's like 6 hours, man. Starting out at the Texas Heat at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's giddy
Uh-huh.
up.
Action,
Yeah.
right? We're helping with food on the cheer team this year.
Are you?
So yeah, that's yeah. We it's nothing like taking pictures or moving gear with the band, but trying to decide what 20 cheerleaders are going to eat.
Oh, Josh, we have
Mm-mm.
that too. I picked a job. I got away
Yeah,
from people.
exactly right. Boom.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
this was not just totally, I knew that I had to have a position. And so I picked the one that I'm actually do all the time. So,
that's it.
oh, don't worry.
Well, I've offered my services to
I,
DoorDash,
there,
or
yeah.
be the delivery driver, but so far I haven't been asked or been called to duty.
Oh,
But I'm ready for service.
at the football games, the band does concession. So there's like 15 parents out there, manning the grill and the whole deal.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, it's a
Oh yeah.
full on
Support
deal.
that concession stand, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. And it'll be fun because what is it? About a month from now, we play each other.
Is it okay?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, the beauty is we know where we're gonna play.
Yeah. Yes. We'll
Right?
be at the one stadium.
Yes. Will we be the home team or the away team?
I
We'll
think
be
you're
the away team.
I think you're the away team on that game.
I think that
So
usually just happens. That's
yeah.
just how that goes.
Yeah. So it should be an interesting time. All right. So we gotta talk some life on the road. Some life on the road.
Yeah. Go
Uh,
ahead.
well, it just makes sense after last week, right? Tell
What do
me
you
some
think?
of your favorite. Give me your top two favorite Barry Pearl stories from the road.
Oh my
You
gosh.
give me one, I'll give you one. You give me another, I'll give
Ooh.
you another.
Okay. Well, I think it was, man, he's gonna have to correct me where it was, but it was a super awesome theater. And it was, I guess at that time, maybe 20-year anniversary of Grease. I can talk about it. And
The movie
and
we will not name.
won't name. Yeah, he's got a conflict. I don't. Yeah, but he hosted a viewing of the movie and then did a little Q&A afterwards. And I was like, oh, that is so cool. I had not seen the movie in its entirety in years, mostly because up until that point I'd been poor uh, and no TV for the past couple of years. Yeah, so that was fun. That's one of my memories. How about you?
I got to meet Dee Khan through Barry um, for a meet and greet. She had she has a special needs child, and that was a very cool experience. Barry introduced
Yeah,
Dee Dee, and then we saw this so much, Josh, that um, celebrities become parents. They are parents, but you really see the parent
yeah,
side of it. And seeing her
right,
child just get so excited to see Barney was this was somewhere up in New York. Such a cool experience. She's such a nice lady. I had her on the Purple Roads.
right.
Such a nice lady. But that was such a
Yes, she is.
cool experience. And Barry, he's such a giving person that you know, he was just so excited to put the whole thing together and get this child this opportunity to meet Barney and all of that, and then to introduce his friends.
Hmm.
It's just, such a Barry moment. All right, what's another one?
Yeah. Well, speaking of him being giving, I'm sorry. Uh, I never really like sat down and asked him, oh, what about this or that or anything. We just, did the deal on the road and lived together and worked together and all that. But it was the first year, after the first 4 months on the road at Christmas time, we were fixing to go home, and all of our checks had gone out to the road on accident instead of our agents. And at that point, uh, the production assistant saw my check before agency fee, which was 20%. I was paying 20%. My agent convinced me that that was right. They were wrong. Anyway, the production assistant, not really being in the acting world, didn't really necessarily know how all that worked, so she called Barry. Barry came in. Barry, I love you. I'm fixing to imitate you. He looked at that check and he said, "Oh my God, oh my God, no, 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 that's not it. No, no, absolutely not. No, you." And he went off, and it felt so good to hear him, be uh, that strong and knowledgeable and giving towards me. He could have been like, sure, looks like you're being screwed, or whatever. But no, he went to bat for me, and he helped me get through all of that. He encouraged me and supported me while I got that adjusted properly. And yeah, that's a story. That's my quick imitation of Barry. Much fun.
I
What's your second one?
knowing him and knowing you, because I've heard you do it and I've seen him in action, and it's very close. Oh, I think, how can we not talk about the
Oh,
fact that this man used to record all his shows on a VCR? Do you remember this?
oh my gosh! Right? This is back when, yeah, we had like full luggage.
Yeah,
Like
this
we had,
man had
because
to
we
bring
had
a
to have you
VCR
had
out
to
on the
have
road.
about, yeah, you had to have about 2 weeks worth of clothes so that you could have 1 week's in the laundry and still be all right in your
Yeah,
suitcase. And then in case it took an extra 2 3 days, you're not stuck out, right? Or at least that's the way I did.
yeah.
And I don't know what Pearl did, but I do know, or I don't know what he did as far as clothes goes, but I do know that he did, like you say, packed a VCR so that he could tape his shows in his room while we're doing our show.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he'd watch them on the bus.
He had to keep up with many different programs, and he was recording them all.
Yeah,
And you know, the
he
funniest
was.
stuff to me, if you remember, Josh, he would be like unhooking the systems at the hotels, right? You'd have to unhook all that
The coax.
all
Yeah.
that stuff. He would take all that off so that he could record his
The
shows.
lock.
And then Sunday
Those
night,
worthless.
he'd take over that back lounge and he'd be watching these.
Yeah, he would.
He basically had it as kind of his suite back there. We were all being our bunk,
Uh-huh.
and he'd be back there watching his shows.
Meanwhile, on our bus, on the crew bus, we got like 12 people in the back lounge, all watching like Pulp Fiction or South Park.
Well, and the other one, what's the one you guys all watched? You were so addicted to it. The Sopranos.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, yeah.
You guys all watched Sopranos, but not in the
Up and down.
cast bus. In the cast bus, it was Barry Pearl TV nights.
Barry took over. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and you know, it starts flowing because we got to tell the other one, and it's the Green Oaks Lounge, man. When he got his book
He
taken.
got robbed like the first night we checked in, right?
Oh, it
Or
had
was it the
within
last night?
the first night.
Yeah, it was the very first night we moved in. We were in Las Colinas for a week
Yep.
for rehearsals. Then we moved to Green Oaks for that next week. The boys had already been there for a week. Barry moved in, and he didn't go to dinner good before his stuff was jacked.
Yep. Yep.
And don't forget, don't forget, my man also had 2 big leather attaché cases. I mean, these things were this thick. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
As thick as my head.
Yeah.
With receipts.
Yeah.
Receipts and tax info. As far as I remember, he had recently been audited or something. He was like, "Oh no, I've got to keep my receipts. I've got to have my receipt." This dude is bringing in 2 attaché cases, 2 check-in luggage suitcases, and before computers and digital technology, ladies and gentlemen, my man did it.
Yeah, he was just back then and to this day, he's such an original. And I think for us, he was because he was the one I mean, he had done more than any of us, right? He had done more
No
than
doubt.
anything in the industry. So,
Yeah,
he'd been in the union for a while and all the different things. And so it was a trip.
No doubt.
But just one of the most gracious
if you look,
people.
yeah, and you think back too of him and all of that experience amongst all of those, the rock and roll side with all of their experience, which was equal but opposite, or you know what I mean, different, and they're just like,
Right.
like like two animals that don't know each other, just good. What are you doing?
Right.
I don't know about you yet. I don't know. Verdict's out. Right? On both sides.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. But then it came a big family, and boy, I can't wait to talk to that guest that you mentioned, that you teased earlier. We got some great stories from the road.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't wait to share them.
Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. And I was getting to talk to some other Barney people this week, and a lot of support for what we're doing, which is very cool. And
Cool.
anyways,
thank y'all.
Yeah. It's just very cool what's going on.
I enjoy it.
So we'll mention it on our social sites too. But Barry's he's got 3 autograph sessions coming up too, so you can go see him as well. I know he's over the pond, I think is where he currently is, but he's going to be very soon. But
yeah, Edinburgh. I believe he'll
Yeah.
be there later.
Yeah, so he's got several coming up as well. So you can go see Mr. Pearl, the one and only, on the road.
Super cool.
And then
Yeah.
and then what do you got coming up here?
I've got the next thing is mid-enemy.
Oh,
Hold on.
that's right.
Mid-enemy.
Yeah,
Mid-enemy
because you're gonna get some people
in
on the
Odessa.
you're gonna get some people on
Yeah.
for us.
Yes.
You want to talk to
I'm
Rager?
gonna our yes, my good friend Rager is gonna be there with us. Me and him and Aaron Roberts are all riding out there. There's gonna be a few other people out there with us as well. I'm sure. Now Aaron's got a newborn. He love to hear that story. Let's see, way back in 2017 or 18 maybe. Boy, he was not on the path to having a baby. I'll say that. So I'm super happy for him. I hope to get him along, but either way, he's a good guy. If anybody has a chance to look him up, Aaron Roberts.
And what is
But yeah.
Aaron do? What voices?
Oh, oh man, I couldn't even tell you his resume is bang, and he's a theater actor. Um, he books film and television commercials. He's a good one. He's a good one. Yeah.
And then do you have a couple more this year after Midland?
Let's see. We believe we have a New Mexico one in December. We have another one, I think maybe another one in December in Jersey. Ryman and Steeling in October. We're working on maybe one in November, but we might just move on to January. But we're in talks with a few people about, you know, how
Yeah,
we can fill up next year's calendar and seem to be stopping, knock on wood.
yeah, it never stops, right?
You know it. One way or the other, we're gonna have something to do, I guarantee it.
Right.
Right? Right? How about you?
Oh, it never stops. It never stops.
Hmm. Got
It's
the photography kicking.
yeah, photographer's kicking this week's another football game. We're traveling this week. We're on the road. I'm on the bus.
Where
Burr, burr.
where are you?
We're off to Plano this week. So
So are we. We're going to Plano tonight.
which one? Is it Plano East, Plano? We're doing Plano
I
West.
don't
We
know.
are playing Plano West. So
Okay. Well, I'm gonna guess it's east then.
we're playing West tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I guess they're
Well,
all working in the same deal. And Keller's looking good this year. We had a big win. We had a big win.
yeah, good work. Good
So
work. We're rebuilding, I think. I think
uh-oh.
we can get some of those boys another summer, another year of growth, both mentally and physically. All right. We're gonna be all right, coach. We're gonna come back. Just hey, you just gotta keep fighting.
Well, Mr. Mark, we're
Pardon me.
we got the official date. We have a big date coming up, which is going to be very emotional, and I'm going to have to buy extra tissues.
What's that?
We got a senior night coming up in
Oh boy.
in November, so they will
Oh
bring
my.
myself and my wife out onto the field with our senior
Oh boy.
boy, and I don't know
Okay.
if my wife is going to
Congrats.
be able to handle that.
Uh,
This is her
well,
last senior, so her baby boy, and so they
right.
they bring in another photographer and they let us have senior night. So they bring all the senior parents
Oh,
out on
that's
the
cool.
field.
Okay.
It's very cool. So we'll be playing
Gotcha.
Haltom City. We'll be playing Haltom for that game, and we will be out on.
Okay, son. Watch it. Um, do y'all play Weatherford this year? Y'all
No,
play Weatherford?
no,
No. We
but
played them our first game. They're good again. They're
oh,
good.
okay. We
Have the
played
same running
Abilene.
back they had last year. Abilene. Yeah.
They
Y'all
brought
took it to.
Abilene all the ways down to Keller.
Well,
Um,
y'all went there last year, didn't you? Me and
that's
Shannon were
right.
talking about that.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
Right. Hmm.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, good. It's
I
their
don't know.
turn.
Sometimes Josh and I don't see us we don't see each other for a week, and then all this stuff spills out. And that's what you're seeing here on the Mixtape Lounge. But I got to tell you,
That's the lounge, babies.
we will talk more about this off the lounge. But I got to tell you, I ran into this cat this week, and I'm talking to this guy, and he said, I just moved here from Louisiana, and I said, where? And he goes, well, I'm in Shreveport, but I went to high school in Houghton. And I said, excuse me? He goes, yeah, Dak Prescott. I go, Dak Prescott? This is where Josh Martin went to school. I said, I've been to
That's right.
Houghton. He goes, you have not been to Houghton. I said, I've been to Houghton, and I've had pizza from Johnny's. He goes, oh, you been to Johnny's? And it went.
Then you know, Harden. Yeah. Yeah. You said the magic word. You said the magic word.
So I actually ran into a cat that's been to your small town
No
in
way.
Louisiana.
Love it. Oh, that's great. Yeah, you said the magic word, Johnny's. Right?
You've
Oh,
been to Johnny's? Oh, I've been to Johnny's.
oh yeah.
So
Sweet
that's what you get
vacation,
from the
baby.
Mixtape Lounge. If you're in Louisiana, if you're anywhere near Houghton, stop, get you some Johnny's.
Johnny's Pizza, do it. Do it. You will not be upset. Like even I would be, like sometimes you get cheese pizza. There's a cheese pizza there, and you're like, oh God. Oh, okay, that's all there is. I will be like, oh, Johnny's cheese pizza. I like Johnny's cheese pizza. I think there's something about I think they use extra yeast or something in the dough. I can like taste it. It tastes beer-ish to me. And I never knew what that taste was when I was younger, obviously. But as I got older, I'm like drinking beer. I'm like, you know what? I gotta take. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, it's a yeast in there some. But there's still some. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. I feel like it's handmade still because it's still good. Every time we go, my mom's like, "Well, y'all want Johnny's?" Every time at some point,
I love that. I love that.
and we do it.
We got to finish out the lounge. The other thing that popped up this week, Josh, that I just thought was so
Hmm.
fascinating. There was a friend of ours that you know as well, was posting on social about how many states have you been to? Put a mark on each one that you've been to and the ones you haven't been to, and you can do this too. I was like, well, how many? What if you've been to that place like 15 times? You and I have had the unique ability to travel I mean, when it comes to the States, it's not have I been there once, it's have I been there 5 times. It's a
Yep.
very cool thing. And it was funny because people were posting and they've been to like 45 states. Everyone's like, wow, you travel so much. And I'm like, I think I did that. I might have done that before I even went on the road because I had traveled so
Right?
much special events.
Oh,
5 years I did special events for Barney all over the world. And so we were traveling,
right.
3 to 5 times a month. And then obviously we didn't get on the road. If you don't know this, I mean, you know this, but for the audience, if you don't know this, we were gone 9 months out of the year, like on the road 9 months out of the year. So,
Mm.
anyways, just I don't know, world travelers very lucky to have done that as much as we did.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, I'd been nowhere until I got on tour, and then all of a sudden I was everywhere.
Yeah,
And it's been 27 years.
yeah,
Still going.
yeah. Still going, still
It's
going.
like it's like Jerry said on Purple Roads. He was like looking at the map. He said, "You see all the red ones? I've done those. See the blue ones? Done those. The black ones, the dotted ones, the rural ones. I've done all of them." And that I just, after a while, it's kind of crazy like that. You're like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Sometimes on these cons, I'll be in the city and I'm like, hey, but oh,
Yeah.
I was in Virginia Beach and I was randomly wearing my Beastie Boys shirt and the bartender said, nice shirt. I'm like, thanks. And somebody I was sitting next to goes, he's in a Beastie Boys tribute band. And the guy goes, no way. I was like, yeah, Rhyming and Stealing. He's like, what's the name? And I went, Rhyming and Stealing. He goes, wait, did you guys play at Elevate? I'm like, yeah, we did. It's like, I see you guys. You guys are awesome. I
Yeah.
didn't even realize it.
Yeah. It's great. Well, you go there
It's fun.
for so many different reasons. You've been there for this, for that, or it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, it's always good to see you, Mr. Martin.
Back at you, brother. Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, we will be back next week, and who knows, there might be a special guest next week, but we got something really cool coming up next couple of weeks, and they will be a lot more from that. Carey
Come on back.
Stinson.
Josh Martin.
We'll see you next week.